Hey, all right. So I'm going to talk just a very brief, very brief, how I got into the business with Young Living, kind of how it all started. Basically, how it all started is I was just a mom. I'm not just a mom. I was a mom, and I wanted options for my family. I wanted options for my kids. I was pregnant with my third, and I just thought, you know what? I know what's coming with this. Like, I know the sleepless nights. I know what babies go through. I just wanted something to be able to help the baby and my kids that were safe, natural, and effective. And so I stumbled across essential oils, was totally overwhelmed by them. And, I thought, this is something that I need to do. So I purchased a kit, no clue what I was doing, not a clue. But I remember when I got my kit, I poured through the product guide. I just really dug in and I was like, oh my gosh, this oil does this and this oil does that. And so I started purchasing. I started purchasing oils and kind of going crazy a little bit. And the person that signed me up, she said, there's this thing called Essential Rewards. And I was like, yeah, I know. I'm not going to do that because I am I am one of those people that always thinks that like companies like MLMs and things are just out to screw me over, pretty much. So I was like, I'm not want to do that. I don't want to commit to 50 PV a month. I don't care about the points back. I didn't care about any of that. Not interested. So you guys take note of that. That was me. I said, I'm just going to keep purchasing outside of Essential Rewards. So I started buying my oils and I thought, you know what, other people should know about this. And my personality type's yellow. I don't know if you guys know anything about personality types. So I'm a servant. I like to help people. That's kind of my thing. So I said, I'm gonna have the person that signed me up teach a class for me at my husband's office. And so she came down and she taught a class. It was a packed out class and there was no system. There was a PowerPoint. There was no close. There was no order forms, nothing, none of that stuff that people talk about today that everyone does. There was none of that. And so we walked away from that evening and nobody bought a kit. And I think the other thing was is that I really didn't care because I just thought, you know what, I just wanted people to know about essential oils. So nobody purchased a kit, and I thought, well, let's do another class. So 2 weeks later after that, we did like a mom class. We invited a whole bunch of moms. They came in, and that night I didn't sell. The kits sold themselves, I think. But there was about 16 kits sold that night, between that night and the next morning. And I was kind of surprised and floored. Still didn't think anything about the business. Was just whatever about the whole thing. And I remember receiving that first paycheck. It was around $600. And I just looked at that check and I thought, well, this is really nice, but I'm never going to see another dime with this company again. So I went out and I had always wanted a recliner, you guys. I've always wanted a recliner, which seems weird because I have babies, and then when babies can't sleep, they want to sleep on you and you need to be reclined. And Kevin's a chiropractor. He hates recliners. So I was like, you know what? My money, I'm going to go buy a recliner. So I went and I bought a really expensive recliner. And just thinking like this was it with the whole Young Living thing. And I think the next month I got a smaller check and I just really wasn't anticipating doing anything. But lo and behold, we kind of kept holding classes just to teach people. And there was kind of like this momentum. And this is the beauty of network marketing. Like it was a momentum that I had started, well, I guess kind of with classes. So like I'm starting to tell people. And then those people got their kits and they loved their oils. And then those people started telling people. And then those people started telling people. And y'all, that's how a business is created. And essentially, that's how this business was created. People started talking. Now there came a point when I hit executive, quite by accident or quite by the Lord's doing. And that's when I decided like, hey, I want that Silver and Six kit, which is not a thing anymore. But they used to give away a huge Aroma Complete kit, and I thought, I'm going to go for that. I want that kit, and so I did. And I guess you can say that was a turning point because that was the point when I made an intentional decision to do the business. And I think one of the things, like when I started the business, I was very nervous of failure. And I was very hesitant on being a self-proclaimed, like, hey, this is my thing. I am doing this. I am a network marketing professional. I just didn't ever want to be that bold. And looking back, I think that was somewhat of a mistake. I wish I would have taken it and owned it and been very bold and vocal about it. But instead, I was more like, yeah, I'm kind of doing this oil thing. It's, whatever. But now I totally own it, right? I'm totally proud of the business that Yah has created. And I say that Yah has created it because I remember when I said I'm going to do this business, I was very adamant that I would not do it without the Father. And I just asked him, like, hey, if I'm going to do this, I need you to be like right beside me, and I need you to guide my steps. I need you to teach me on what I'm doing. And so I give all glory and praise back to Yah for his hand in all of this, because he has certainly provided for our family. So, long story short, kept teaching classes. I kept doing the things, kept teaching classes, meeting with people, and engaging with the team that the Lord had given us, and a business was born, and it has grown, and it has flourished under the hand of Yah. And so I am very thankful, and I am very humble about it all. And you know what? This is a business that can be done by anybody. And I just really want to encourage you, and I want to remind you that it all started with a kit. It all started with a kit. One kit that I purchased, same as you, one kit. And then I just talked about it because I loved it, and I felt like everyone needed to know about it. So if you were in that place and you're starting out with just a kit, I want to encourage you, because now we're a team of about over 5,000, which some people have went in and out during the years, but it's amazing, right? Think of how many lives. Shalom, and I'll talk to you later.